This is my review of the last Saiyuki chapter 7. So, a lot to get into this chapter. He basically went Super Saiyan, yeah, all that. But I am concerned. It feels like they're rushing to the end. I mean, they're giving him this great, huge power after he's used only the regular power like twice. And they're introduced the final villain, with him even saying, I was going to wait longer at this whole evil plan, but I decided I'm going to do it now, why not? So, it feels like they're going to rush towards the end where they're like, okay, so now we know what we must do and go forth, and oh, by the way, the series is ending. Sorry about that. So as it turns out, Sai and Koru were originally one being, which... Okay... Lot of questions about what that means for basically the entire series. One being, they were... What the frick did they look like before they split up into these two separate parts? That's what I want to know. I mean, seriously, were they just the original Lord of Chaos guy from the past, or was that their original form and now they were split up and they're two separate individuals? So I was also able to sense all of her emotions, all her feelings, her anger, her sadness, her animosity, and when she moved in with Ryu, he started feeling new things. He started feeling compassion, and it was a nice feeling. He didn't want it to end, so he even kept the fact that he was able to find her a secret from all of his other members of his organization, all of his other followers of Chaos. And he liked this feeling. He wants to feel more of it. He wants to get up close and feel the love and compassion that he's never felt in his life before through Koru. And then we get some interesting scenes from Pops, who uses the extendo rod from his severed hands, and then it reattaches the severed hand to his arm and declares himself an immortal. Okay, I mean, Sai basically says, yeah, you're a lying piece of crap, you're not an immortal. You may be close to the true human form, which, again, questions about that. What the frick is the true human form? Is he a god? Is he immortal? Are the followers of Chaos not actually trying to destroy humanity, but trying to evolve them to a point where they can turn their thoughts into reality? Because that's going to be interesting and make me a lot more compassionate towards them. I definitely would like to see a world where they end up making that reality, that's for sure. Anyway, then another crazy freaking twist where he says that Pops doesn't care about the entire world, and if he had, he wouldn't have betrayed your comrades and taken Kouru away. What the freaking shit? I mean, I've theorized for a long time he had comrades or other members of his order, his religious group, who were out there supporting him, and I wasn't quite sure why they weren't there at the temple giving me a hand. Now I know. Because he betrayed them. He took Kouru away. I'm guessing the rest of the order was all for my plan in the first 3 chapters. Kill Kouru! Anyone who's been watching this a while knows I said over and over, she needs to freaking die if she's this powerful. But, moving on. Kouru decides to stay behind because she doesn't want Ryu getting caught up in all this. She doesn't want him to be hurt. Then Ryu says that he can't let her go back because when he sees her in pain, it hurts him too, and he loves her. She's his little sister. And then she declares proudly, I want to stay with you, and that somehow creates a psychic link between the two, like she had with her brother. Which actually has me wondering if she still has a psychic link with her brother. And if she does that mean that Ryu now has a psychic link with her brother? Kind of transitive property, you know? Ryu has a psychic link with Koru. Koru has a psychic link with Sai. So does that mean Ryu has a psychic link with Sai? That seems to be the logic that they're following, unless, this somehow broke the psychic link she had with her brother, with Sai. And then things get crazy. The extendo rod shoots sideways, like it's shooting this way, and then another rod shoots that way, and then it does loops wrapping around his arm, and what the freaking... Anyone freaking Super Saiyan, his hair is glowing, he's got symbols on his eye, he's got the symbol on his forehead, his eyes are weird. What the freaking shit is happening here? He literally went Super Saiyan. He's actually referred to as being like Son Goku, which I know not the Son Goku I'm thinking of. That it's a Son Goku from Japanese folklore. But still, he's like freaking Goku here. He's Super Saiyan. He's wrapping the sticks. He's... What the freaking Christ? Sai says that his mailbox seems to have opened even more. So, to me, that's saying he's reached a point where not only his fears become a reality, but his hopes and dreams and will literally turns into reality. So now he's able to use the extended rod in ways it was never meant to be used, or ways it wasn't used since the original user of the rod. So, interesting. And again, he's a freaking Super Saiyan. So, yeah, like I said earlier, I'm a little concerned about this because it feels like... I mean, he's used the rod, I think, twice so far. We're in Chapter 7. It doesn't really feel like time to announce. And he can go Super Saiyan! I mean, that literally took a 100-hour battle with Frieza before DBZ Goku actually learned how to go Super Saiyan. So I'm worried they're just trying to rush to the end. They're trying to get to the point where they can just give us a satisfying ending and say, and as we continued forward, we would one day find the truth about the world and all this. Goodbye. And so that's just how they're going to end the series because it's not popular. I mean, it's not like it's a bad series, but I haven't really heard anyone talking about it. I haven't seen that much buzz about it. I mean, again, it's a new one, but I think I'm one of the only people online actually doing reviews of this, and I'm not actually sure why I'm doing reviews. Yeah, it's a fun series. I love talking about it, but it just definitely doesn't seem to have the popularity or the thrill that other series had. I mean, My Hero Academia, a week after it came out, people are already declaring it the new Naruto. Black Clover, as soon as I saw that, I said, okay, this series is going to be big. Didn't get to be quite as big as I thought it would be, and it's still a little sad the fan base isn't quite there, but it's still a big series, and I enjoy it. I'd review it, but there's too many freaking characters to keep track of. Same reason I don't review One Piece, just too many freaking people. So, yeah, moving forward. Now he has the super duper extendo rod, so definitely gonna be interesting seeing what he does with that. I mean, I somehow doubt that he's actually, a threat to Sai at this point. I feel like Sai's still gonna have a few things up his sleeve, tricks, abilities, hell, maybe even a few monsters in his pocket he can pull out. If his series doesn't end in 2 weeks, I feel like it's gonna actually... Weird theory, but Sai might even end up coming to join Ryu. I mean, I know that sounds ridiculous and stupid, but he wants to feel these happiness and these feelings and all this by his side, and he wants to be with his sister, so... I mean, they might be able to convince him, hey, why don't you just stick around for a while? Or, if this is a really, really long-running series, he could end up becoming kind of an antagonist we see every now and again who protects them and who eventually ends up joining their side after some heartfelt moments together between the two. I mean, I would love it if Koru had two brothers to back her up. I think that'd be adorable. And Sai obviously knows, second in command of the followers of Chaos, so if he could, give them information that could be useful to them and help explain things, that'd be great, but I really don't think that's going to happen. I think the series has maybe 3 weeks left, and that's about it. Which, like I said, sad. I'm enjoying it. I'm thinking that 1 or 2 people actually view these videos are enjoying it. Also, just curious about his Pop's arm, because, he reattached it, which, okay, apparently he's a true human being with abilities to turn his thoughts into reality and alter the physical world, which... Again, if that's the followers of Chaos' ultimate goal, I'm all for it. That sounds awesome to me. But I don't think he'll be able to use the arm again. He said the arm is useless now, immobile. So, yeah, I'm not sure he's going to have like a dead arm for the rest of the series. If, I don't know, that's going to make Ryu have to step up and do things around the temple. I still think it'd be interesting if Ryu's friends end up joining him and they all work together to save Koru and... I mean, again, it was said basically if you defeat your own monster with your own hands, then you can have your own extendo rod and fight monsters left and right, which I think would be awesome. I mean, to have those four friends who are, I said in the first chapter, they were very well defined. It looks like they were gonna come back down the road and be important characters. Be interesting if it's like Bleach, him just being there awakens their spiritual potential, and they end up unlocking new powers. I mean, it's really cool to see how other people use the extendo rod. So far, I've only seen him and his father use it. But if we could see other people use it, other styles, there's a whole other order. Oh crap, the other order. The order of his followers, his comrades, who were all for killing Koru, they could end up showing up next week and basically saying, "Oh, we were gonna kill her, but now you've convinced us that maybe she should live, and especially if you're able to do this, so we'll let you live on a trial basis. Just put a hold in your execution." Other series have done that. Blue Exorcist, that Junie something or other that's in Shonen Jump right now. I can never remember the name of it. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Chapter 7. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below, and if you think the series is coming to an end soon, sure to like and subscribe, and until next week, peace.